Hello, my beautiful Cancers. Welcome to your monthly reading. Let's dive in here and see what's coming your way. By the way, if you're new here, this is Divine Light, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Let's see, I see two different tears of joy coming forward here. Seems like within the third quarter of the month. And the third one also fell off, and they look like bags of money, or we can say like a chunk of money. Like something that is materials. I feel in the material sense coming your way. There's a woman right here. Kind of looks like a baby as well. It kind of looks like a doll. You can see the nose, the mouth, and there's the arm here. And this baby can be a new endeavor, something new that you're stepping into. Another thing with the baby's energy, this can be symbolizing someone who has massive potential to bring wealth and abundance into your life. But I feel like this is a new person. You don't know this one. And can be someone that you're going to be meeting recently during the month, or maybe someone that you're finding their guidance. Okay, I see there's a ship here. This can be a ship we see in the Three of Wands. As soon as this fell off, I see there's a ship and there are sails. This kind of looks like also Noah's Ark. I don't know if you guys watched the movie. There was a movie called The Noah, and Russell Crowe was in it, and he builds this massive ark, and there's like a home type of like a shelter on top of it. Kind of reminds me of that. For some of you, this might be symbolizing moving into a new place, maybe leaving the past behind. This can be mentally, physically, spiritually moving on to a new place and moving to like a new environment, a new home. It can be a new job environment, but the Noah's Ark have this feeling of collective support. So because there's like a Noah and his family helps him out, and he collects each one of an animal. So, and he serves the humanity. Basically, he saves the humanity's future. Not only the humanity, also the creatures, the living beings. So on the planet Earth. So this is something I feel like you will feel massive gratitude at the end of the day when you receive it, because there's going to be a massive victory that can even affect the generations. I know this is a monthly reading, but I feel like this is a much bigger energy for some of you, that the steps that you're taking today, the things that you're doing today will be affecting a long term your future. I see there's an evil eye inside your heart. So your heart's desire is something so big, actually. Like, even if you're playing small, maybe you want more, but you're feeling like this is too much, I need to keep it limited, small. It needs to be big, and it needs to have a lot of attention to be like this. Evil eye can be actually you attracting a lot of attention, a lot of eyes turning around and looking at you. That can create some sort of like gap in your energy field, which can show up as like tiredness or like clumsiness, maybe feeling a little apathy. That can show up in that manner, but it doesn't mean that this is a negative thing. This means that you are actually energetically attracting a lot of different energies towards yourself, good and bad. So what you can do is, when you feel someone's negative energy, instead of trying to be in that space for too long, leaving that space is the key here. For example, I don't know if I have been missing for the last couple of weeks because I'm trying to move homes, and I had to move twice actually, because I was in a space that I had a lot of eyes on me, and it was really draining for me, and it wasn't a place that felt comfortable with my gut. So I moved again. I choose to move. It's not like a forceful thing, but I choose to move again. And so now I am in a very peaceful, amazing place, and I feel the peace surrounding me. This is my first video from my first new place. So I feel amazing inside of the space. And I feel like here, there's some of you are creating that space for yourself, or the pathways outside of your comfort zone. I see 1, 2, 3 pathways opening within the first and second quarter of the month already here, that you are traveling. You are taking like traveling long distance. Long distance for some of you can be physical long distance, but I feel like for some of you, there's an upgrade, and there's someone here who has the red carpet in their hand, and they're actually like putting it on the floor for you. This is in the air now. They just there's the action. They just I keep thinking silk, but that's not the word. Silk is the material. So maybe this is like a silk scarf, silk carpet. Somebody's actually waving this at you so you can feel the luxury in your life, okay? And that will keep moving, expanding, going on in your life for a long period of time. But the first, initially this month, it is opening, the pathways are coming forward. And following this, you have your birthday. June, at the end of the June and the July time is your timeline. So it is actually a preparation before that day comes to clarify your desires, because most of the time birthdays are extremely powerful timelines for the signs, okay? I see here there are two people. Okay, now I see the third one. There's someone in between. You can see three people sitting across, two of them sitting across from each other. The third one is in the middle. This tells me some of you are negotiating some things, okay? Negotiating maybe about life, an agreement, maybe a job, a loan. There's someone in between, and this person has some strange thing. I see like an upside down bell right here. You know, the bell when you enter into like an old school motel, there are some bells there, and then you just ring the bell and then someone shows up. I feel like there's like a bell here, but it's falling down. So this person might be someone that you called upon to come forward to help you, but their bell is falling down. So this person might not be the receptionist that can help you. Okay, so I feel like here, because you're already connected with the other party as well. And so if this is some deal that there's a third party connection happening, maybe this third party is not really carrying the right information. And this can happen to the best of us because sometimes in businesses, people like to benefit more from you, or maybe they recognize that they're not going to benefit more from you, like they're not going to be use and abuse you, so they carry wrong information. So it can be something like that. But the best part of it, within the first quarter, maybe towards the second quarter as well of this month, there is going to be an enlightenment, understanding, connection forming, and it's maybe the demise of this person. I see an elephant above them. So maybe if this person is working with commission, someone working with commission, you're going to say, this is your commission. Okay, now you can leave. It can be something like that as well. I see right after that, within the second quarter, there's like an old male, white hair. I see white hair can be the wisdom or old age of this person. Okay, their eyes are dark, meaning maybe someone doesn't see. We can see this in two ways. Someone doesn't see, meaning maybe intentionally they don't want to see. The second thing can be they're maybe blind to situations. Okay, an older gentleman can also represents patriarchy, and which we are most, I think, all of the world. I don't know any matriarchal society today's world, but this can be symbolizing a governmental thing, and which they don't see it. This can be an advantage for you. Maybe this is a situation that they do not see the truth, so you have the chance to bring the evidence, bring the truth, bring the information to this space, which is a positive thing, because then you can actually show your perspective in the situation. Okay, so I feel like this is a good thing, even though it doesn't really seem like the best thing at this moment, but it seems like it is going to bring a lot of good opportunity, clarity, and benefit to you. There's a person right here, right behind the male figure. I feel like this can be your energy, like showing them, okay, this is the way this goes. Or this can also be someone who helps you explain yourself, inside man, that is actually covering your back in the story. Okay, there's an extremely strange sheet of energy here, kind of like a cloud covering the air within the third and the fourth quarter. And there's like a volcano type of, this even looks like a sea creature rising from the sea and grabbing something, trying to grab something with their mouth. So I see someone in distress right here. There's a person right there. Their mouth is like this chin dropped open. This can be symbolizing someone, they have two servants in front of them. So this can be symbolizing someone who has authority, servants, but maybe someone abuses the authority in a way that you don't really want to, be with them, work with them anymore. And it seems like there's this sheet of maybe mud, dust, ash. I was listening to one of the Dolores Cannon books the other day, and there was this person in the regression therapy. They go back to the Pompeii when the Pompeii the volcano erupts, and they tell about that eruption. And we were thinking, sometimes we contemplate and think, oh, why didn't they run away? And she actually describes it in a way that they think their homes are safe. That's why they go hide inside the houses. And so, like, I was thinking, if I was in their place, I would think the same thing. So that's actually just, that appeared in front of my eyes. I feel like there's some of you are living that Pompeii moment. Maybe an eruption is happening. But what you need to do is, instead of stopping and thinking that your safe haven is going to protect you, instead of finding a new way of maybe walking away can be the best thing, or this can be a relationship for some of you. This can be maybe an argument that you are dealing with some hard, people that are hard on you, or tough people. They do not understand your perspective. Sometimes it can be like there's a new pathway here on a higher plane. Taking that higher road is going to, for this month, for this next 4 weeks, is going to actually take you to where you need to go. Okay, I see there's many pathways opening when you leave that the ash and the dust of the volcano. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5 different pathways, 5 different pathways are going to open for you when you choose the other way around. Okay, so this doesn't apply to all your life. Okay, this doesn't mean that give up on everything. It doesn't mean that, because there's sometimes that you can choose the high road, sometimes that you are actually put into a certain pathway that is your challenge, that's your karma, that's your life lesson, that you need to walk through the path. Okay, but I feel like this time, this ash also looks like a crowd. I see a letter N as in Nancy. Anna doesn't have to be initials of someone. Maybe you're dealing with a country. I couldn't really, Norway, and maybe a city, New York, that you are going. You need to do certain things, and maybe you need to go through a lot of crowds when you're doing that. This is, I feel like, with the energy, do not get stuck on every tiny little thing. Get your things done and move on, because there's other pathways this will open to you. For some of you, if you're freelancers, for example, I worked in the fashion industry back in the day. I was a freelancing and working in the companies, etc. But if you're freelancing, you cannot really get stuck on how people treated you, because it's a fast market. So if that's the case with you, you can actually do your thing, get your pay, and move on. Maybe what's going to happen with that is many pathways are opening when you serve a great work. Okay, let's dive into your saucer now. If you're retiring, for example, now I'm going to get to that as well. I feel like if some of you are retiring and you're dealing with like the past issue, the people, and trying to resolve the past things before you leave, maybe when you leave it alone, it is going to resolve itself. Okay, let's get to your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind, and let's see what the answer is going to be for that one. By the way, I have a little hair right there. I have my final cat, Miss Mochaccino. I call her Mochaccino, Miss Mocha. And she has been going through, I posted her picture. She's been going through like a medicine therapy. There are 3 desires you have, guys. That's why she left a little hair there. I only carried her, but then I'm going to carry my other cats this home too. They're staying with my mother right now. So I saw her little hair right there. Okay, the first desire you have is the fastest one, which is merging with the second one. The third one is this you don't really have much of a hope if this happens or not. Okay, that's why you are not really putting much of an energy into it. Okay, let's see. I see there's a whale surrounding you, Cancer. You're a water sign. You can get along very well with water signs. But I see a letter A here. A with a whale, this can be a leader, someone who's the number one. And maybe you need to let this person lead and you follow them. So they have a light in their hand, illuminating the path. Right here, I see the arm of a person. They have a torch in their hand. This can also be a fire sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Sorry. And I'm sorry, not Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius as fire signs. This person is holding the fire in their hand. So they can be someone who has a leadership spirit, because Aries, Leos, they both have that spirit. And they're opening the pathway. So if you're feeling like I need to be in the front, maybe sometimes you need to like let them lead in the ash so you can get clarity you need, and before that you actually experience the fight, they can open the pathway for you. There's your third desire is also coming forward. As you can see, I see something related to money over there, maybe a chunk of money or a gift or an approval coming forward. There's a ring in your heart space. I see like O and C. This can be symbolizing Orange County or like some city or something. What do we have with the O? Oh, I can't remember anything right now. Any country with O. Orange. I keep thinking orange. That's why I got stuck there. I see two people hugging and kissing. Ring and a broken chain. So I feel like here, if you have been in the past, somebody didn't really hold their promises. They might come around again with an open chain. Maybe they want you to close the chain. Okay, some of you are manifesting love here. Whale is not really touching that. Whale can be work related, but I feel like in your heart space, maybe you are manifesting a commitment. Okay, and it seems like if one of your desires is that, it is going to happen. And like I said, the third desire has like a small gift at the end of, or maybe a chunk of money. So if this relationship is related to something that you want, a ring, a commitment, a home, something that has like financial future as well, because people do not really think about that. But marriage is a government enforced contract, basically. It's like engagement is like that. Being in a relationship is much more different than being married. So if some of you is manifesting that contract, basically, this is showing up here, but the open-ended contract. So you might have like an open-ended arrangement with this person. I feel like this can be like protecting your freedom, but also protecting somebody else's freedom as well. But I see here a cockadoodle, a male one. So this person, I feel like the masculine side is going to take action and they want the stability, okay? And if you're the masculine side, maybe you're going to create that stability in the relationship, that trust, okay? And I'm going to get to your cards now, the tarot. If you have like a specific question, it's good to focus on like specific things, because then you can get specific answers. But if you don't have anything in your mind currently, let's dive into it right away and see what's happening for you, okay? We're going to start by looking, what is this? Oh, Ace of Wands and the Devil. Let's keep them on the side. Ace of Wands is a new adventure. Devil is obsessive thinking. So you might be overthinking about something. Maybe you want to take action, you want to go on an adventure, but you keep overthinking and thinking that it's not going to really work out, or it is going to bring a lot of things to think about. That's why it's showing here. This is the self currently. I feel like that's the answer, but we're going to pull another one. Heartbreak. Okay, so I'm going to get the clarification as well here, but I feel like you want a new adventure, but because of some sort of like a heartbreak that you're feeling and or healing that you want to happen, you're not going to, yet you are dwelling in how to release the past, okay? Main theme of the month is you finding the solution to release the past, what happened. We have here Page of Swords, a new idea, someone who's truthful, stoic, speaks their truth, maybe a little bit blunt, but this is going to be the main theme of the month. You're going to come out of the zone of what I don't want to jump into the zone of this is what I want and this is how it's going to go down. Okay, you're going to start dictating what you want rather than feeling bad about what didn't happen or what has happened. What you should embrace is the newness. We have the Page of Wands here. Newness, new adventures, trying new things, being friends with new people. If you have been through a relationship or you want to have a relationship, but you're not really connecting with the right energies, or you're expecting the energies to come to you, Page of Wands has the energy of fire. She goes out there, gets things done, adventurous. They go for their meal. They do not wait for it to come. And you might be thinking, okay, I want a new relationship, for example. How am I going to find someone? Because this is a wild world now. And this can be going with your highest joy. Instead of like, okay, I'm going to go out there, find someone energy, you can come back around and say, I'm going to go see a movie, or I'm going to go see a play that I like, or like opera. I really want to go to. There was a jazz festival last week. I couldn't go. So maybe something like that. You want to go to that adventure, because that's where what's meant for you is waiting for you. That's what you should embrace, that fun attitude. The action step is, okay, whatever the subject in your hand, you need to learn as much as you can. Eight of Pentacles is learning as much as you can about that subject. If this is love, I feel like the heartbreak can heal through when you look into what went wrong in the relationship, rather than blaming the other person did this and that, that's why I ended up like this. Looking into and figuring out, what did I do wrong? What did they do wrong? What was wrong in the relationship? What was matching? What wasn't matching? If this is a workplace environment, again, and if this is something already successful and you want to improve that, and looking into how you can improve and learning is actually the action step here. The final outcome, we have the Lovers coming ahead. Okay, we have from the Devil situation to the Lover situation. Basically, you're going to upgrade, which is, I feel like, the best ever here. So from obsessive thinking, overthinking, feeling bad about what has happened, what didn't happen, you're going to jump into the perfect alignment, perfect places, people. Sometimes lovers can symbolize health, manifesting health, okay, in your life, mental, physical, spiritual health. I see here September come forward with the Three of Swords energy here. September can be the time of healing of this heartbreak, maybe coming forward, or something that has happened in the September that is still lingering in your energy. We have a women, dealings or relationships with a woman. So this doesn't have to be romantic for some of you. This can be something that you have experienced with a woman that broke your heart, maybe unexpectedly. They did something that broke your heart here, and you are but taking, the main theme of the month is going to be you taking risks now, stepping into the unknown, having the confidence to speak your truth, and without feeling that you're going to get judged, you're accepting everything and moving forward, doing something risky, taking a chance. Okay, let's see what you should embrace here. Temporary situations will pass. If you're feeling like I'm going to do this and it's not going to last forever. Yes, okay, it doesn't have to last forever. You have a two-faced person also. I feel like if there's someone, for some of you, this is the thing that first popped into my head. You're trying to embrace your femininity, masculinity, adventurous energy. You want to go with the flow, being spontaneous, and you go on an adventure basically. And you might have like a temporary friendship right now, maybe along the way you just met someone. And it seems like this person doesn't seem like what they are. And they might be blocking you to embrace your own balance, okay? They might be throwing you off balance while you're going on this adventure. So being aware of that, awareness is the first key thing. And then asking for it to go away and dissolve. It's the second stage, okay? We have protection from a powerful friend coming forward. So what you can research, what you can take action against, it can be also asking around, how can you resolve the problem at hand. And finally, we have the Lovers. It's looking very good, and an announcement coming forward. I'm gonna go with the energy of generally, like, if the announcement can be a new job announcement, love announcement, a new home announcement, something that you feel at home, something that, or an environment that you feel confident that you're going to be announcing eventually. Let's get to your oracle now. Okay, we're going to look into if there's a blockage in your life and how you can you heal it, and what will be your outcome. Okay, we have creativity and vastness as a blockage. So it seems like you're the cosmos, that you can reach to maximum capacity and creativity at this time. But there's a blockage here. The blockage can come forward, I feel like, for some of you, maybe when you were actually doing creative things, that hasn't been appreciated, that has been supported. So you're feeling like, oh, I shouldn't be doing that, I shouldn't be touching that. So this blockage that wants to leave you now, that doesn't want to be in your life, and I feel like for some of you, you don't want to have this kind of like a moment of not being able to find the solution, because creativity is not only art, it can also show up as creative solutions back to back to back, inspiring you and resolving situations, okay? And there's something getting unblocked. And the healing will come forward when you stand in your power and integrity and do not compromise. We have 21 and 41 and 21. Do not compromise from your integrity. Basically, and also another thing, I feel like you're not only that, you can balance the energy of integrity and compromise. Instead of just compromising everything or standing too stiff where you are, healing comes from being in the flow, okay? What is your core values? Stay in those things with integrity. But if there's something that you have been holding on to that belongs to anybody else, maybe you can release that also at the same time to heal. This is the outcome, the fairness and balance. I feel some justice energy here for some of you. Yes, justice will be served when you stand your ground where it's necessary and let go of the things that do not serve you anymore, that you will complete the karma. Okay, karma, the best way to complete it, I don't know if you guys also read Dolores Cannon books, and she states in those books that karma can be actually released by forgiveness. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgiving someone and telling them, okay, come do the same thing again. Forgiveness indicates that letting them completely go, releasing them out of your life and not looking for revenge, okay? So this can also be another outcomes to the problem here, the blockage. At the end of the day, when you stand in your integrity, when you feel confident within yourself, maybe you're going to dissolve that karma as well. Let's ask the best advice or guidance for my beautiful Cancers now through unconditional love. Thank you. And then I'm going to pull your affirmation for the month. Let's see what we have here. I have the mushroom circles, and this is, I forgot the name of this symbol, but this is symbolizing the cycle of life. The mushrooms are the abundance coming your way. Let's see what your advice is. Honor the magic of the land. Be nature's friend and ally. Assist in creating Mother Earth's original garden of pure wonder. I saw actually this symbol on some stones. Maybe if you're making a little garden for yourself, you can use the symbol to multiply your abundance. We have sword again here. A shape looks like a sword. Sword can be symbolizing manifesting your truth by speaking your reality, by speaking your truth. Also, the circles shaping here, the mushrooms symbolize abundance. For some of you, I feel like here, maybe financial abundance also coming your way, which we saw chunks of money falling into your heart space, your family space, your plate, okay? Let's see your affirmation for the month. Let's see what you need to know. You can use this affirmation to remind yourself that you are perfect creation of the creator of all that is. There's no need to struggle to be better. All I need to do is love myself more today than yesterday and treat myself as someone who is deeply loved. I am good enough. I love this for you guys. I love it. All right, my beautifuls, that's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of these, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I wish you all a magical day. Bye.